Hey. Hello, my name is Emmanuel.
Hey, what's up? My name is Michael.
And you are listening to the Class Prefects. Are you ready? And I've been told I look manageable. Like, I'm not ugly. Think like a man, act like a Nigerian. Anyway.
Meow, meow, meow.
The Class Prefects. Sure.
That was such a dead end.
Okay.
All right. Wait. No, because I was shook that we both said at the same time. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Hello, guys. Hey, man, are you stupid?
You gave me assignment to look for this nick at night. Now you're disturbing me. This white man.
We've started.
Okay. Hi, guys. He has 782,000.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another
great guys
episode of the Class Prefects.
What's wrong with this one?
I'm channeling my inner Emmanuel.
That is not me. Because I'm not
So, thank you guys for listening to our last episode. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for, doing...
If you didn't listen, we're going to fire you there.
all of the useful things. My name remains Mikey, because I'm a baddie.
It doesn't remember.
And the Grinch beside me.
Is mango still in season?
Priorities. The Grinch beside me is Emmanuel and Osike.
Hi,
and
guys. Welcome.
Today,
I have a sore throat this week.
We have the baddest bitches
Which
on
I
the
did
block.
not have last week.
Returning guests. We'll let them introduce themselves. But, yeah. Who's ready?
I'm Eniafe Mamodu.
I'm screaming.
Introduce yourself, Eniafe. Go on.
I'm screaming.
I'm 6'6".
Ew.
Wow, 6'6".
Yeah.
What's that like?
How's the air up there?
How's the weather up there?
It's cloudy. Very cloudy.
And for those who don't know me, I'm the Daniel Obasi. I'm a
The
celebrity
recorder of the
stylist.
saloon video. Don't forget.
Don't say that, please. Those
Clients include, can I name drop some of my clients?
Name them or
Clients
call them by
include,
their names.
I mean, everybody from Tiwa to Beyonce.
Hey!
Just
Jesus.
everybody.
You only named two, Shabo.
See how
Go
you
on.
put yourself in trouble.
I don't want to
Sure, you
brag.
could have just said your name, Daniel, but this one not happened. But
I
now,
don't-
look at your life.
I don't want to brag too much, but let's
Is it good that you
just
open
say I'm
up your
there.
own cabal, your own gist?
Not cabal.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Open
Guys,
it!
my name is Daniel Obasi. And yeah, guys. So
That's it.
nice to meet you all.
Yay.
Well, thank you for coming on the pod.
Which is cool.
We thank you for
Welcome.
gracing us with your presence.
We should probably tell them that was
There's
like a
the-
joke.
No, don't worry.
I think our guests, our
I'm sure
listeners
they're
are
very
intuitive.
educated. They would know.
Are we sure?
Yeah, they are very.
And they know what I sound like, right?
It's the man that actually told our listeners.
I'm trying to use big words.
What are your demographics like?
All ages, all sizes, all genders.
Inclusive.
All of we accept everybody.
We do all.
So that's not demographic. That's who is listening.
That's
I'm just listening to you.
do Rabata. Thank you. But continue to expose more as we are here on the platform.
We are listened to
So,
by everybody around the
We'll
world.
start by our highs and our lows.
Heights?
And
not
our
closing.
lows.
Heights or high?
Highs.
Highs.
So like the highlight of your week.
Because I was like, oh,
And the low point
he's
of your week.
96.
So I will start.
We've heard, yes.
So the high of the week is I'm happy to be recording this podcast with you bitches. Aww. Madu.
Mikey.
I'm working out, which is great.
Speak it into existence, child.
And that's it. The low point is the gym is not your fun for me yet. I'm forcing myself to go, so it's stressing me out.
I
Because
reject that
everybody
in
keeps saying,
Jesus' name.
"Oh, don't worry. Eventually you enjoy it. Eventually you enjoy it. Eventually you
Eventually
enjoy
you
it."
will
That's
enjoy it.
true.
You actually will.
It's
Trust
no.
me.
I promise you. I am
Michael, you are at the beginning
I
of
am
the journey.
here.
Please relax.
I am in pain.
This is the beginning. You are just starting. You're already shaking.
I am sore.
Relax. That happens.
Let's not minimize Mikey's experience.
God bless you.
At the same time.
Sorry, oh.
Because-
Miss Van
Because
Zandt.
everybody's different.
Thank you.
at the
I
end
just
of the
like that
day.
your presence is important today.
Your present is a present.
To highlight
Bang.
the evils of the class prefect
Pele,
and the dark
Pele,
cloud of the class
Pele.
prefect.
You see,
Yes.
you want to cuddle this generation.
Over to you.
But you are just that if you persevere, keep on keeping on.
No, I also agree with
Words of
Emmanuel.
wisdom.
Mikey, it will get better. It will get better.
You know the girls.
Trust
It
me.
gets better.
I did
Keep
sit
at
up.
it. We believe in you.
I did sit up a few days ago, and then on the 2 days later, I
was
literally
still-
was passed out on the bed,
Yeah.
wondering why my ribs had changed position.
But I think the biggest
It's
thing
not
with
actually fun.
working
It's not
out
fun.
is just finding something you like. because working out is not like you're not going to a muscle show. So you don't necessarily need to be lifting weights if you don't enjoy it.
No,
Just find
me,
something you
no,
like.
absolutely. No.
Even if it's yoga,
I have to be naked, though. I have to be-
but you can do if you do Zumba.
I
You
have
can,
only fans and things in mind. Come on.
I think
hot
for me,
girl summer.
working out, man,
Then you
I just
set up
want
your
my body
goals.
to be a little bit toned. I don't
They
think I
have the
want
goals.
muscle.
See,
Yes.
nothing in life comes easy. So all these goals you are writing,
It's fine. It's reachable.
put it in writing.
Ew.
It's
Yeah.
just
Oh, yeah, your
time.
turn.
That's it. My high is that I'm alive. I'm
screaming.
here.
Amen.
I may or may not be out of the country. Wink, wink.
Oh,
Ow, ow.
oh.
You know they
Shukran
said-
link below.
You know they said
dollars.
grab your shirt and your passport and two clothes. It's Emmanuel's
My
time.
dear.
So
So please, but our Shukran link is below, guys. For donations are accepted always, including
For
the
your
monthly
flight tickets.
option. Just for life and upkeep in general. Rewards, you know.
Set
Is
up.
is
I
like
hate that word upkeep. I don't know why. For some reason, it sounds very bratty.
it's a
as well.
safety in case
Upkeep.
anything needs to happen and I have to leave all of a sudden. You know, I need to have like a little upkeep before I get there.
I love it.
But link
Madam.
below, that's and low is that Nigeria is still a shithole.
Fair.
You know.
That's all I have to say.
All right.
Eniafe.
So my high and low of the week, yeah.
Of life in general.
Does the weekend
This
count
season in
as
your
the
life.
week? Because
Yes.
this week is not that far gone. My high would definitely be this past weekend.
But seeing as we're not dating things, we're just
Exactly.
talking about
So
life in general. You're
I-
high in general.
I won't be too specific about what happened, but let's just say it was lit, man. Like
Mad,
Mikey,
oh.
we had the best time.
Lady like titty.
We
Ew.
have the
dancing on
listen,
tables and shit.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you
By
what happened.
themselves.
Let me tell you guys what happened. So we were at an event, and then we left like separately as per like, okay, bye.
We're going-
you know, going home, wherever. And then we both ended up
At
at
the
another
next event.
place.
Yes.
And it's like, oh shit.
You here? I'm
You mean
here.
the strip club?
No, we're getting there.
Oh, you guys.
the life of
slow
a
down.
socialite.
And so it's like, oh, look, we're back together again. And we had another amazing time. And then we left again. And then ended up at another place.
Yeah.
Unplanned. Yes.
Yeah.
Life of a socialite.
Listen, just
Can you keep
Serena
on about?
and Blake.
I mean, we can't really. We're home buddies.
Yeah, me, I'm Rufus
With your
in the
cats.
house.
Yes,
In Brooklyn.
with my
I'm in my
cats.
house.
So yeah,
That's where
guys,
you
this
find me.
weekend it was just really fun. That was that was
Okay.
Saturday. Sunday was also a really good day.
Okay.
I gave some fashion looks. Check out my stories
Yes.
and my Insta posts to
Which
I
is
love it.
my
Your
Insta,
handles.
shameless plug at Eniafe Momodu. That's Eniafe Momodu. Yes.
So the
I
shameless
love it.
plug is
On my
not
CNN.
Akira and the B.
CNN. Love it. That was a nice one.
So the shameless plug is not part of it.
my
Yo.
low
Low.
of the week. I mean, I don't really know if it was a low, but today Daniel and I decided
Why did you tell that?
that we would. Well, I'm trying to be honest. We decided.
Because
that-
honesty is the
we
best policy.
We decided that we would go get our COVID test. No, sorry, not COVID test. Our vaccines. We would go get our microchips.
Because
you
we're
know?
essential workers.
Yeah.
Yes.
because-
Don't you want to be
'cause we're-
magnetic? Man, I want to be magnetic. oh.
I wanna turn
Come
into
on,
a
please. I
zombie.
want to be magnetic.
and all those amazing
I want to be
things.
magnetized.
But yeah, so like we had received
Give me
a
that
tip
vaccine.
from certain unreliable sources
I'm screaming.
who had claimed that we could just show up at
Hey, whoa.
this
Not just
you know
show up,
vaccination center
They shouldn't
and
DM me and ask me where is this vaccination so that they can just show up. At
so some sources who shall not be named
Yes, we know them.
who are sitting opposite me right now
No,
Hey,
one,
whoa.
Emmanuel, not
Iggy
me.
Hayak boom boom.
gave us some poor information. And so we drove how many hours, Daniel?
Blessed are
like
the poor
2
in spirit.
hours into like deep into the ends of Lagos.
Please,
to
you
get-
didn't go to Mowe. Is Aja you
We
went,
went
to?
to the ends.
now you've told them where the center is.
Aja has many. Aja is vast. As
That's
vast as
true.
the eye can see.
And anyways, long story short, we were turned away.
Oh,
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Respectfully, basically,
at the palace.
like the people that were getting their vaccinations were already on their second dose, but we haven't got our first dose yet. So they were like, "Sorry, not for
There goes
you."
my-
Pele dear.
They were like, "Not for you. Y'all
Eniafe,
have to come back."
Expose me. Thank you.
I've put our business.
Oh, you
out
see, you've
there.
not been vaccinated.
Sorry, no.
What were you waiting for? Is the question I have to ask.
To be fair, in my defense, I tried
Wow.
like
Should I answer that
weeks
question?
ago.
No, man.
I tried weeks and weeks and weeks ago, but so Stephen and I went to like 3 different test
Who
centers.
is Steven, please?
A friend of mine,
Oh, continue.
Ew.
and we went to like a few different test centers. Despite I keep saying test centers, we went to vaccination centers, and we
Oh,
were turned
damn.
away. The first one they said it's for like over 70s only. The other one, they said
Wow.
you had to be like a teacher or like a...
But you're a teacher.
But
I'm
the
not a
A
teacher.
option should
Yeah,
have been
yeah.
easy.
There was an option for media, but, you know, I didn't want to do anything illegal. And, you know...
So you don't
Better
work
leave
in
the
media?
Look at this one.
I do, but you need like a media ID.
So basically you don't work in
some
media.
people had suggested that I like find a media company that I have like a close connection to, many of which there are, and just get them to print like an ID, basically just being like I'm employed there.
Are you really endorsing illegalities?
No,
on
but
the
that's
live
my
show?
whole point. Is my point is I didn't do it because it didn't feel
Okay.
right.
So do
If
it.
you
Exactly.
continue
So
all this
patriotic.
but if you go and get that idea, go and get your vaccine.
Wow.
Wow.
Anyways,
When Nigeria
I've
goes to
already
shit,
had
not do that.
COVID.
It's not about me. It's reality.
I've
I'm
already
hearing my
had
dear,
COVID,
please.
so I'm not that worried.
You have COVID.
Oh, you guys didn't know?
Can you guys do
Oh,
that?
it's true. When he
You
went to
guys,
Ghana.
it's the way Daniel just moved away from me as if I still have it.
Are you guys sharing the
My
same car?
gang,
I like-
right.
This was like 6 months ago.
See
My
why I said we
G.
should have two separate minds. This is too close. Like,
No,
a
but
lot of exchange.
what do you mean? We have to. We're observing all social distancing in this
So
studio.
what are you
My
talking
friend, will you
about?
hush? You have two mics. What nonsense? What kind of allegation is that?
That was like a good 6 months ago. Like everybody's
Aw.
good, everybody's clear.
That we know of.
So, anyways, yeah, that was my
Okay.
that was
Thanks,
my
bro.
low.
That was a very high low and a very
Yeah.
high
How
low.
about you, Mr. Daniel?
I don't have any lows
Aw.
except this one, I guess. But it wasn't bad. I got
It
to
actually was
drive.
quite fun.
Yeah,
we had a good time.
My driving has improved so much since last time I was here.
Yes.
Last time I was driven here. This time around I drove here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I've been driving for 2 months.
He almost killed us like only 4 times today. Like, that's such an improvement.
good.
That's a great.
Everybody find your way home. Everybody find your way home.
You spoiled, bro. I should have made you walk.
Just say, find your way home. Don't worry.
This is the way to the house.
See, this is that. Don't move. Just carry your car key and just go.
I was defending us on the road while driving when all you did was have your, what's it called, Marikara moment and just keep singing one song after the fucking order.
Oh,
Wow.
Not on the podcast.
Where is this coming from?
So
this is like a
Hi.
deep-seated aggression.
I think my high is that where I'm working on a very cool project.
Ooh, money.
you can't disclose,
oh.
of course.
Please.
Obviously, never.
Of course.
Any of Daniel's foreign friends who are listening to this episode, please give us money. Daniel is earning dollars. We are not finding the way back.
yourself,
Please,
I would like to be excused
Send
from
me
this
money.
narrative.
Period.
please.
Hey, Jerry.
We are suffering in Nigeria. Help
Not
us.
we or you.
Mikey said, speak for yourselves. Like, I just want that to sink in. Let's not
He
gloss
he
over.
knows. Later, I'm gonna say that father.
Let's not
This is
gloss
the money
over
back here.
the implication of that. We'll return.
But having money is a good thing.
Of
I just want us
course.
to have everyone to have access
Exactly,
of
and
it.
that's why I don't have it yet. So bring it.
You will.
Soon. Work hard.
You are a fish.
I
Hey,
think
Jerry.
that's my high, and I mean things are moving well. You know,
We love to see.
Is
We
it
love to hear.
stressful?
What is
You know,
stressful?
the new project.
Oh, it is. Every project is stressful, you know, but we're just taking it one step at a time, you know, fighting all our little demons. But yes.
We love it. Well, thank you guys. So today's episode is just basically us like chit-chatting about a little some, you know, nothing much, everything just gonna be light. And just to like get your, you know, journey, because most people like are gonna listen to this just to know like, okay, how did you start? I'm sure you've done interviews, you've done press and stuff, but just like the unconventional way of just like, you know, getting your stories and stuff. So I would start by example. Let me explain. So for me, I would say my journey with photography is like 3 years now.
Why did you take my question? I thought we were supposed to ask you that question.
You want to ask me that? You
We're
can
gonna
ask me.
ask you questions.
Okay. Ask me that then.
Come up with another one.
Well, so should we let him do a short introduction and then we can throw
No.
some questions
Everyone
out?
knows.
Yeah, they know me here. I've said
Everyone
everything.
knows. Just ask your question.
This is the work of you two. Be creative.
I'm screwed.
Oh,
Leave this one now.
Come up with something.
that's a lot of pressure.
Leave Emmanuel. That's
Yeah.
what. See, that's you just I didn't hide his hand.
But this is,
that's what Emmanuel
so you
do.
want us to
See how
hijack
he
yourself,
must throw us
basically.
under the bus.
And just hit his hand.
He's just like,
I'm
y'all
not-
do.
Okay,
Go on, Dad.
Emmanuel.
But have you finished your intro?
Emmanuel.
But you were halfway. You did not finish it.
No.
You said you joined photography was 3 years. Continue.
Don't
It's
worry.
okay, we'll get there.
This
We'll
is
get
this is a
there.
Daniel and Eniafe
Eniafe show.
takeover.
Okay, so Emmanuel, can you tell us what made you decide to start Class Prefect?
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. This is not Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's not. Don't wait for options.
You can't
Please, can I have Can I have 50-50?
You cannot find a
This is like
friend.
disgrace us when outside that. Like, you have guests here now.
I mean,
Arrange yourself and
be here
back off.
before, please fuck off. I've said the story so much. I'll say it
Say
again.
it to them.
Yeah, I didn't know about
So,
it.
well, you should have been listening.
Say it again.
Ejo.
So anyway, send me money. How did this start? So I started this podcast when I was in university,
Ooh.
in college, as my Americans would call it. And the Nigerians like to talk a lot. So one day we're talking, and we're just like, "Oh, we think we want to hear what we have to say. So let's start a podcast." And then there was nothing really like podcast. This was in 2016. Yes. So that was 4 years ago thereabout, or 5. And we just got on we bought a mic, a very terrible mic, and I became a sound engineer.
Wow.
And here we are. 5 years later,
Amazing.
So,
in the house of
follow
gold.
up question did you call it the class prefects because you were like in uni / were
Did
like,
they have class prefect at your university?
but like, so how does the
Yeah,
title
but-
relate? So, like,
Leave me out of
how
it,
did
too.
that come about?
Leave me out of this. Answer your question.
It's for us. This is the class prefects. It's 2.
Answer it.
No, so the show was the first name was The Gist Nigeria. Very yeah, it was a different. We were just looking for a simple.
Thank God
I
for
would have
growth.
swiped. I would have swiped.
I'm
Hey,
screaming.
Monica was The
Not a
Gist,
swipe, honey.
and then The Gist Nigeria. But like we're not in Nigeria, so how
Daniel
can we
said
put
he would have
Nigeria?
potted.
So how can we put Nigeria at the end? And then we just became The Gist for a while.
That's not so bad.
No.
And then at some point, I was not like, The Gist is such a generic name, and there were a lot of other shows called The Gist and many YouTube shows.
That is
was
very
the era of
unfortunate.
like Linda KG TV popping off with all their segments, and I was like, this is too much of this. So my friend was like, we're kind of like class prefects in the way that you know how class prefects are hated and loved by their classmates who are not good enough to
That's
be
profound.
chosen.
That's profound.
Never fuck off.
Those of us who
I
are
have a
chosen.
theory as to
That's
why I
deep.
thought you guys
But
chose the
basically,
name.
it was just like we're like class prefects, and the world is a school.
So what did you
And
think
we
it
were
was,
like,
Daniel?
yeah, but what was your thoughts?
I thought, when you're in class, when you're in school, those people that always noting down,
Also names of
noting
noisemakers,
down names
yes.
of noisemakers. That's why I went
Like
to. 'cause
Cheeky and like...
you give me that vibe.
I
Mikey
was
gives
a
me the
class
vibe of
prefect,
someone who
very
makes a lot of
much.
noise.
Thank
in class.
you.
Exactly, and
you're
we are at
always-
opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. So which brings me to my next question.
And I used to
like-
give them with star. If I write your name and you make noise, I had a star on the end.
oh wow.
Because you are noisy X.
Mike, you're in trouble. My next question for both of you, I think is Mikey now.
I'm screaming.
What is your people's chemistry like? How does this work?
Well, I'm the bad bitch.
When
And
he
then
shows
he's
up
a
on
what?
time.
I'll start with that,
When he shows up on
Nobody's
time.
idiot. No, so
And
no, but the funny thing is, to be very honest, I feel like our dynamic is very crazy because most times we are like on the opposite ends of like things. So it's crazy because people who now listen sometimes agree with me, sometimes agree with Manu, but at
Very
least
rarely.
they get to see these idiots. Anyway, as I was saying,
The shade.
they get to see like at least like both sides, or at least like not even like devil's advocate, but like at least like if any topic we are discussing, they get to hear
Both
like
views.
2 opinions. Some opinions better than the other. But, that's neither here nor there, man.
Well,
But yeah,
Oh, that's cute. Do you have any question for them?
But he's also throwing back. So up here.
So it's
preparing
your
your
turn now
questions
to-
for you.
are you ready for this
Yeah.
jelly, baby?
It's always.
Oh, okay.
Daniel Obasi.
The Daniel.
So
Obasi.
Why was in V in front of
yes,
my
now
name?
better put the. Are you crazy?
Oh,
Better put
okay, so
the.
it's a specific Daniel
Yes.
Obasi.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there another? Are you 2?
Maybe.
So anyway, so Daniel Obasi, my question for you is.
Am I married? No.
No. Is this is just something like so? What's your favorite era in fashion?
Where in
Era.
over?
Yeah,
Overall?
yes, globally. You have international listeners, so it's not just Lagos.
And then we have a reach. Number 1, Nigeria. Number 2, America. Canada. We're all here.
Oh.
I don't know, because the fashion has different eras within eras. So when you say what's your favorite era, are we talking about like
Decade.
decade in terms of like people moved
Like
from the 90s, or just like
Yeah.
system
No.
and
So
themes?
decades.
Ha. I low key. I mean, I'm not gonna go the typical route, which I would maybe do a huge throwback. But I actually liked the 2000s.
Okay, so like, can you give examples?
I mean, like the 2000s, like I didn't not like I loved it, but it was an interesting era because it was such a huge shift from what people had in the 90s in like the 2000s. Because like in the 90s, people were very conservative in terms of
Baggy and very.
yeah, but then 2000 was just a huge like
Nolly
0
babes.
to 100. So like so up to now, I'm trying to understand.
fashion.
I'm still researching to understand like why and how that big change happened.
It's called sin.
I think it's
Sin came upon the face of the earth.
I think it's pop culture.
I think pop culture
Because that's
came
when
in.
we
Pop
had
culture is
people
sin. It's sinful.
Okay, Emmanuel, we're trying to be serious here.
Don't mind him.
And I'm see,
Daniel,
see
continue.
how they take the Lord for idiots. Don't worry.
I agree with
He's
that.
waiting for you.
I think the reason was definitely pop culture because we had a lot of
Christina Aguilera,
Yes.
Britney and
Christina Aguilera,
Destiny's
even
Child.
Jessica Simpson.
even
Let's not call
Hollywood,
Destiny's Child.
even Hollywood had such a
Destiny
huge.
Child, Christina was their tailor.
Had
Beg,
to
I
be.
beg, I beg.
Miss Mistina
Let's
tried
take Destiny Child
sometimes.
alone,
She did the
please.
best.
Mistina
What she
tried
had.
sometimes, okay?
Did the best with what she had.
Everybody
Let's not
wanted to
hate
look like Beyonce. Everyone
Exactly.
wanted to look like Mariah in those like
Wait,
skinny
Mikey,
jeans.
would you like to say something?
No, really, I'm just like, Beyonce now, yes.
No, but even in the early
Ha!
2000s. No, that's
No, but her looks
Christina
were-
tried,
Anyway.
she tried.
Everybody
Tools
wanted-
she had.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you because it was such a huge shift. Because like just few years ago, we're all still wearing like very conservative dresses, wearing gloves, and then bam, we
Pop up
are
everywhere.
rebels.
My dear Lil
And-
Kim and her sinners.
Exactly.
Lil
So
Kim is another example.
the rise of pop culture definitely really like shook
Yes.
that era, and I think that was my favorite. That is my I wouldn't say favorite, but one of my most interesting eras in
Fair,
fashion.
fair. Oh, yeah, your
And we
turn.
ended up on the silhouette challenge. Look at the work of the devil. All that says is always a gateway. When you start somewhere, see where you
All
end
this
up.
Pastor.
All this one, see, all this one.
I won't even talk.
Thank you, because we know Emmanuel. Thank you.
No, feel free.
Ask your
Feel
question.
free.
Ask your question.
Feel free.
Ask your
Your
question.
yash is the dirtiest in this industry. Feel free.
Please ask your question.
snap.
Leave Emmanuel.
I
Feel
would love
free.
to be excluded from this.
But you don't put your mouth
narrative.
and spoke.
Now you go put your mouth.
You know, if you just have kept quiet, so like me, I was in the toilet too. I was not around.
I always have to put disclaimer, but go on.
All right.
Okay, what am I supposed to ask? Questions.
Question?
What is the? This is very.
Copyright.
This is very
strike, let's
cliche.
not.
They'll be alright. What is the best and the worst part of working in the Nigerian creative industry?
Who are you asking?
But both in
No,
the
never,
industry
never.
or in
I'm not in
Africa.
it.
I'll go first,
You
then
don't
you can. The best and worst parts. That's like really tricky.
You don't have to call names, so you can.
I'm scared. No, not names.
No, I
me
can't
feel-
name any.
We keep it classy over here.
Feel
Yes, you have to-
free.
Classy is calling names.
You have to, no, you have to keep good relationships with everybody
That's not classy.
because well, anyway,
That's kiss
that is
assy.
neither here nor there.
Yeah.
The best part for me is probably the people.
Oh,
I
it's fine.
like.
We talked about that on the way.
We did. We were just having a conversation about this, and we were saying how like Nigeria
You
doesn't
said-
deserve Nigeria.
Oh yeah, Nigeria
No,
doesn't
you said
deserve
that.
Nigeria. But talking about the creators.
because we are actually like really cool people. Like we're
Most of us.
resourceful, we're intelligent, we're creative. So yeah, just like meeting people. Yeah, I mean, okay, you guys, Mikey, in my
Majo.
creative, like there's just a lot of cool people, talented people who are doing really interesting things, and it's just like amazing to be
there.
in that space, and to soak up that energy and to
Soak
work.
up the drama, the
Yeah,
mess,
the
tragedy.
Reward
glamour,
the drive.
everything.
Reward us for our drive below, please.
So
Then what's the worst?
Where below? I can't say anything.
The Shukran link below.
Yeah, so the worst
What's
part.
the
then
worst?
the worst, I mean, the worst, I think the answer is in the question. The worst part about working in the creative industry in Nigeria
Is
The
that
answer
Is that you are in the
answer
creative
is in the
industry in
question. It's like-
Nigeria?
It's Nigeria.
That's the end.
Yes, it is. I mean, what else is there to say? It's difficult out here. you
Very.
know. It's hard out here. There's a lot of infrastructural and systemic
missing.
challenges. A lot of. I mean, we can swear, right? Just a lot of fuckery.
Say I miss you.
To be honest,
Fuckery.
There's just a lot.
Word of the day.
So yeah, I won't bash
Yes,
too much.
yes.
Almost see
But
this
there's
big
a lot of
bugger.
fuckery.
Yay.
That's my answer.
That's crazy.
Burger.
Daniel,
Well,
what about
having a show.
you?
Daniel, what's
In
the-
terms
Emmanuel, sorry, why are you looking at pictures of burgers?
I'm just like, we have
because
a show.
Burger
Some
Week,
people cannot keep it together.
Lagos-
You have
Lagos-
this.
His voice at some point. Yeah,
Lagos
it was
Burger Week, shameless plug. You can sponsor us if you wish. Lagos Burger Week starts on the 20th of June.
How will they sponsor you
So
when you
all
just
your
promoted them
favorite,
for free?
Emmanuel
we didn't ask you
is
for analysis.
The sharpest
Tell me
tool in the
analysis.
shed. So just
So if you want to send us burger,
it's a lot to deal with in this show.
so all your hotspots will be having burger.
Daniel.
But go on.
You have the floor.
My, what was the question? Favorite?
For
or-
best and worst
Best
part
and
of
worst.
working in Nigeria as a creative.
I mean, I think
As a
the
creative
best
person.
part is Nigeria. The chaos in Nigeria is quite inspiring. You know, I swear, it's sometimes I find very interesting things
Oh.
in the midst of all the madness that I can explore on my own and just be like, oh, okay, this is like something. There's something here, and well, I would just go to the bad parts. I think the
Immediately.
bad part is a lot of the mental stress that comes with existing in like creative spaces.
The life
here.
stresses.
Yeah, because like even just getting shit done is always takes a huge toll on you. Let's never talk about the traffic, but like
I was about to
I'm
say,
just-
traffic is the number one.
Traffic
Like,
already, because that's how you start your day.
That's how you
sometimes.
start your day. So you don't, and then a lot of things are not accessible. You know, like I want to just go to the beach and like chill. So it's like you have to go through so much to just access.
one
I
go
mean,
to the gates, we're asking
yeah,
for
like,
500
all
naira.
of all
Like,
those
that
things
is not your
always
beach.
affects your mental health, and the fact that everyone just assumes that creatives have money. To me, that's the
Don't get me
opposite.
start. Do not get me start talking.
Jenna, that is the biggest
Talk
opposite.
about it.
Because
No,
creatives,
don't get me started.
worst case freelancers, even I think it's even recently that freelancers began to even have some sustainable
Income,
type of income. But if you're not smart, if you're not good at saving, you're still, at where you are. And then another thing I feel like is a problem is that a lot of creatives here do not understand how to separate the business part
From the
of
personal and
from the
everything
personal
else.
part, and that like creeps into like overall effectiveness in general. But yeah.
Okay, those are pretty solid, and I think we've heard those responses before. It's a common thread.
Are you trying to tell me that
That
I'm
both
not
of us-
original?
Yeah, like that's
No, I'm
really
saying
what
that
it sounded like, Emmanuel.
Like I said
we
before,
are having
Emmanuel just said I'm not
We are
original.
having-
Did you just call us basic bitches?
we're having
Well, I don't
see
know if that's the word.
if
you
you
And I
you
say I hate you
people
so much. Eniafe is really
If
putting
you're-
fire to the gas.
if your
Really,
Teslas lead you that
imagine.
way, we have a collective shared pain.
Which pay? I'm not paying
Yeah.
attention.
Shut up.
Anyway,
By working
Mine
in
is
this
the rich
industry.
one.
Thank you for
Guys,
establishing that.
I just like to say that Daniel has an expensive garment on his head.
And
All the way from Italy.
Michael wore a 110,000
Where did you
naira
get
t-shirt.
Lagos Island, my dear.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So my question for both of you as well, right? And think as in just like obviously just think about your surface faces, right?
Who should
So-
think about? Okay.
No, both. Just hold on. Okay, so my question for both of you, right? Two questions. It's an A and B, right? Ideally, your retirement home, like what would you like? How would you like to retire?
Child, what is that?
That's one. And then two, if you're not doing what you're doing now, what else? Which other career would you say?
Oh my
yourself
god, I
doing?
love this question. But go first.
No, you're going first. I went first for the last
Ew.
one. I need to think.
Okay, my retirement.
No, you can cut out this.
Like, no, not home, but like idea, like how you like to retire.
Retirement.
How I would love to retire.
Yeah.
At what age?
Do you know? I'm just because I feel like let's say years from now we'll go back to this shit and listen to it.
And hopefully.
it will be yes. That's
it will
why.
be the-
Yeah, that's why I want to ask this question.
I want to retire with money. That's all I know.
Duh.
Mad though.
So, like, what else is there to
Whichever
say?
medium.
Where will you put
Where,
the money?
like, how, like,
will
where,
you
like, what would
sleep?
you be doing? What
Is
piece
it
of
inside the
doing?
bank you want to retire? Or what's the plan?
But
Like in a farm in Ireland.
no, not
you
like
know,
a farm.
In
I'm
Monaco.
a city boy. I grew up in London.
Okay.
But between London and Lagos, I'm used to like chaos and the rowdiness, and
I'm
I
screaming,
like
not
that.
used to
I'm used to
chaos.
chaos.
I love
Like,
it.
hey.
Wait, hold
can't-
on.
I can't be in
Eniafe,
a-
you want to be dealing with chaos and rowdiness at age
No,
95?
but like I can't now be in the countryside. Do you get it?
Why? I'm a
Not for-
see.
No, it's his choice. Can we not?
But
It's
hold on,
not
hold on,
about
hold
yeah,
on,
your
hold on,
bladder does
hold
not
on.
work the same way. You have to be
Again.
close to a toilet
Again,
at
you
all
will have to
times.
be-
But hold on. There's different types of city care. Like, for example, Dubai has that kind of hustle and bustle, but it doesn't have like the stress of Lagos, for
They also
example.
have scats.
So, like, that's an example. I would want to be in like a city, like somewhere
to be in Scats.
metropolitan, somewhere that
Like
has
New
the
York.
buildings. Yeah, New York maybe might be a bit too crazy. But,
Yeah, it's a
but
bit.
you get the
So you'll be
idea.
going from penthouse to ground floor.
Who said
Yeah.
he's going anywhere? He will just be lounging.
Well, exactly. I
Everything
can just
will
be
come
chilling
to
in my
you.
room.
But just speak into existence.
I love it.
He'll
I
just
think
go
it's
on the
amazing.
veranda and just sunbathe.
I want but I also, just before you get in, I also would like to have access to like places that I can isolate myself. That might be like a house in Ibadan or like in my dad's village.
Charlie, but
or-
might not exist by then. No.
Well,
We're hanging on by a thread.
Then
Let's hope.
second one. If it's not if another career, if you're not doing what you're doing right now.
oh.
I
Let
see
me
you
think-
as a
let me think
dentist.
while Daniel,
I see you
while
as a
Daniel
dentist.
answers the first question.
Okay, I think top of my head, I would love to retire to, I don't know, maybe like a really, you know Lenny Kravitz type of
The house.
Brazil.
Yeah.
That's the kind of
I'm just
home
saying. See,
I
that's
would
my answer. That was my
literally
answer. I'm telling you.
Love to
I'm
retire.
telling you. I'm telling
and
you.
it's gag worthy because I really see myself eventually at some point living in Brazil. So even if it's for just a few years,
His house is beautiful.
and I'm just like that kind of home is where I want to. Like,
Michael, you don't want
just
to live there. It's
retire.
not
I
how it
do.
was.
I swear.
Michael
Oh,
Osai?
not Brazil.
Michael Osai?
Not Brazil, but at least like that type of situation.
But
like
that
that's
house is in Brazil.
No. I'm saying maybe not Brazil, but like that type of situation. That's my ideal.
Or like my friends have something called like a result in Abraca, or I just eventually create something like that for myself in probably like somewhere like Enugu or somewhere like maybe in Abia State, and just live there, but always be able to have people still come in, to like have some kikis.
I love
and
two things I love about what you guys said. And I love how both of you your dreams still enters Ibadan, Abraka. Like if
I'm
you
so
still
sorry.
keep,
I love
like,
that for you.
I don't say Abraka, like,
no,
I don't live in-
We mean they're like
I'm
in
just
the
like I'm just like
country,
Nigeria
in the
still in
Republic.
some way
Yeah.
in your plan. Like,
Absolutely
it's encouraging to
fucking
hear. It's
not.
encouraging to hear.
I'm not trying to be like one of those like, oh, I'm never going back to Nigeria. Like this is home,
I mean, if it still exists in
Hope for who?
then
It will exist.
we will
Hope for
gladly
who?
come back here. But
This
if
is
not,
home.
my
For
fam can,
who?
my house can
home.
exist.
What does home
anywhere,
mean?
Home
Yeah.
is where the heart is. God damn it.
Your heart is in London.
Career-wise.
So career-wise,
Yeah, that's a really tricky one. Because
Dentistry.
I see you working with children. I don't know if for some
Why
reason.
dentistry? Sorry, let's come back to this.
Drag this one right now.
Dentistry.
Emmanuel.
You have the aura of a dentist.
What is that?
Explain what that
That
is.
doesn't sound like a
It can be
compliment.
defined. What's explained can be. What's experienced can be explained.
Guys.
Mikey said
Yeah.
to continue working with children. I could see myself
Yeah, I see
working
working
with
with children.
children.
I see working
Philanthropy,
with
but like I don't see philanthropy as like a career, so like it wouldn't be like my job, like to what I mean, like working.
Wow.
like a school bus
Philanthropy
driver.
as a job.
So you only
People
just
do that,
drop
you
them.
crazy.
beside-
Can Emmanuel leave the room?
No, but he said he wants to work
Eniafe, I'm with
with
you.
children
I'm
or
with
at
you.
limited times. A school bus driver, you just drop them and you're done. So you pick them
Eniafe,
again.
as you were saying, don't mind. These are
Not a
we
philanthropist.
brought guests here. Now you're insulting them.
So you
Please.
think a school bus driver is not a noble profession?
Eniafe,
What if our listeners are driving
as
bus
You were saying.
Nothing.
Please,
is
I
as
appreciate
important
you.
as
Done
the
with you.
safety and education of,
Of
our
the
kids.
youth.
completely
So I think
agree.
that's
Thank-
a great
that's a huge
gesture.
But that's
responsibility.
neither here nor there. I just don't think that's for me.
The magic school bus, what?
Thank you. As you were
What?
saying. As
I
you were
would
saying.
love
Oh, I
that
used to love that
job.
shit.
I would love it.
Yeah,
That
I'm in the
'Cause
spirit.
The boss could
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So
We
as
call
I
that
was
witchcraft
saying-
here. Okay.
Juju. It's tricky because like for as long as I can remember, I've just always been like super creative, but like not in the stereotypical. I don't want to offend anybody, but like you know how the stereotype was like there's like the
Starving
creatives and then
artists.
there's like the smart people. Not even that, like that to an extent, but you know like when we were younger, it's like oh there are the creative ones who can do art, but they're not so bright upstairs.
Those are the
Then
ones
there's,
that
like,
fail
the smart
school.
ones.
Yes.
Exactly. But
So which
I
are
was
you?
never that because I was both. I was.
It was brilliant.
I was listen. I was an all
a brilliant creative.
Yeah.
I got straight A's in GCSEs. A's,
Mad
all
though.
A's, A stars. But I was also always very creative. I was musical.
Crying.
I was musical. I did acting. I did writing, and I was just always good at all these different things. So I feel like if I were doing something else, it would probably still be in the creative.
Crazy. Okay, fair,
side.
fair.
I do have a degree in economics and philosophy, so there is like a sort of
That
oh,
is
yes.
such that is such a crazy
Yes.
that is such a crazy turn to the other side.
So there is still like a bit of a sort of business.
That's why he's a business. He's
you know,
business
academia
savvy.
side to me. I
Yeah.
can see myself,
Wall
in that-
Street.
yeah, like in theory. Not like maybe in this life, but like in an alternative life.
Okay, fair.
type line, I could have seen myself
On
doing that.
F62.
Yeah.
How about you?
A therapist.
Interesting.
You have a very calming voice.
I'm a Virgo.
Just like, oh man, welcome to my office.
I think that's because I feel like sometimes I give good advice. You know, and I know how to solve problems.
I'm sorry, you guys, but the visual of Daniel as a therapist is killing me.
And I'm
because-
also, and I'm also very.
When I tell you,
because he would be so
listen,
apathetic.
thank you. So listen,
He would be
listen
like,
to me.
so tell me
I
about
no,
that.
see, this is the picture. See, as soon as you guys said it, that's why I kept quiet. Since my mind just went to first of all, Daniel with this black chestnut with this beret on his head like this, right?
Nah, I would be such
Hold
a
on.
bougie therapist.
When I tell you, listen, with like you know how Kanye's house is like that's
All the white,
marble,
like,
marble everywhere,
all
right?
one color.
You're
You not
literally
you
reading
not
it.
be you not be in Daniel's office start saying, you know, oh my god, I feel so sure. I was like, interesting. listen. You'd be like, oh my god, you know, today at work, I just feel like, you know, I don't know how to talk to people. I'm not setting boundaries. They're like, interesting. So when you say boundaries, what do you mean?
I think it's so crazy because
And-
I talk with one pitch.
Listen,
Yeah.
I said I've not done it for a long time. See, so and when I tell you, let's say I sit talking, and 2 o'clock is the time. Like, so the time is up. Tomorrow we'll recap. Not a minute, 60 seconds will not reach this is my Daniel.
in one tone of voice. the
So
whole way
thank
through.
you. See,
Yes.
next. That's how I see it.
Speaking of therapy, did you guys watch Blue Therapy?
Oh my God.
You guys.
That was
don't
good.
tell
You
me
know that was
guys haven't
allegedly
spoken
fake.
Why are
about
we
it yet.
spoiling?
We have.
I mean, we have, but we can always talk again because there are
I'm just
different
making
angles.
sure.
But
It's-
it was. I heard it was fake. I don't know how true that
I
is.
personally think it was
But I also know that
You think
Paul
it's
is
real?
full
I
of
think it
shit.
was real.
So Paul
I
might
think
just be
exactly,
lying.
I think Paul was lying when he said it was fake.
He's trying
He
to
just
cover
didn't-
his
yes,
ass.
He's trying to cover his tracks
Useless
by
fitness
saying
trainer.
it was fake. But I thought that show was so entertaining. Like, what?
Shoma.
Like I said, this
Shoma is the
An
star of that
icon,
show.
An icon.
So
Wait, is this a Nigerian show?
it's
It's like UK, but Nigerians.
You know the
Ghanaians.
Africans
okay,
in
I'm
the
gonna
diaspora.
go
So you didn't.
Did you ever watch
need to
Backchat?
No. Oh yeah, that black child.
So it's the same
It's the
cast
same, like, people
ish
type of
behind
it's from there.
Backchat. Shoma was on Backchat.
Is she
I
the
thought
one
he was
having
a
the
hot
thing
ass
with
mess.
with her husband.
Paul is. I mean,
The
they're
one
not
from
married.
all the memes from like the past month.
No, like the one that
didn't
wears
see
a
any meme.
suit and his bald head.
Yes.
yes.
Who is the? I pity for the therapist.
This young
Apparently- apparently
Dennis.
she was-
Apparently,
she was
the
a real
Dennis,
therapist
therapist.
wasn't a real therapist, but she acted it really well.
Dennis
Oh,
was
she
like.
hired me.
But
I'm screaming.
then that means the show was fake. Eniafe. She's not a real
No.
therapist.
Well, obviously, all shows are fake to an extent because
But
there's
if,
camera
if she's
angles.
not a real
Like scripted
therapist,
reality.
No, do you grab there's scripted reality? There's an extent of pretense to everything, but I think the couples
think-
were real.
I think this is what I wanna
Some of
talk
the
about
problems
next.
were real. You know
how
what
can
I'm
she be a
saying?
fake therapist?
Okay, so now I want us to actually talk
Wow.
about this. Like, what do you guys feel about when people say, "Oh, it's a reality show," but then it is scripted?
These are
Coming from
weekly
somebody
conversations.
who
Because I've been telling Michael
loves
to leave
Love and Hip Hop,
Bravo.
Real Housewives.
Bravo
and the
is
rest of-
created.
I
It's not
enjoy
real.
everything like that, and obviously, so here's what I'll tell you.
Because I feel why I'm saying it because I feel like it's a constant play on people's.
Minds
No,
and
no,
yeah.
no.
You know, it's a
wait.
different. No, if I'm
It's
watching
just
a movie,
entertainment at the end
hold
of the
on,
day.
it's
Wait.
not. If I'm watching a movie
Wait.
and I feel like, oh, this is fiction, you know, I have a very
There's a way
I have
You
a
interpret
way-
consume
I have
it
a way-
differently.
I consume. I have a
No,
way
but
that
fine.
I will consume the content, you know, as opposed to being made to
Believe
endure
this is real.
someone's pretending to be crying about things like abuse.
But when it's real,
things
it's
like-
different.
Fair.
things
When it's
like,
supposed to
you
be
know,
real.
Fair.
So because
So-
it's supposed to be real.
Wait, fair.
Yeah.
I get you. So, take take Blue Therapy away, right?
I haven't seen it.
I know, just take that. So I'm talking about the Love and Hip Hops, the Real House of Atlanta, and the rest and all of
Even
that.
in that.
Now
It's the
hold
same
on,
thing.
no. So hold on. So I believe that if they're recording you now, right? Sometimes what we don't get is this is like, let's say 6 months or like 7 months of like everyday footage. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That he pack into like 6 or 12 episodes to make it.
Everyday
Most
footage.
of my think that it's just every day, and that's why. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So
It's actually spread out
in your
reality,
life,
but they
Daniel,
compress it.
in 6 months, a lot of
Think
shit
how much will
happens.
happen.
A lot happens in one day.
No,
Exactly.
exactly. So
that's
so
real.
no. So hold on. So for the purpose of the show, when you sign up to do these shows, right? You sign. I don't know what the contract is. I've never seen one in my life before, but I believe you
Yeah,
sign.
working.
You sign some
You
rights
sign
to
your
some
life
things,
away.
right? So in scenarios where there is an actual couple, like let's say Real House, I'm sorry, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Ray J and Princess, they were actually dating, real situations. What I feel Mona Scott can come and do is, okay, here's this, sexy girl over here. Just come and have a date with Ray J and let's see, what that would
happens.
do. Or she come as Ray J's intern and then she can start texting Ray J like, flirting with Ray J. And then Princess, his fiance or girlfriend, might find out that I'm now like start vexing. This is a real situation. They can instigate some things.
Okay.
But I
They
feel
can
like
dramatize some
but I feel like
things.
it's still the same reality. When people fight on the show, for me, that's what me watching the one I watch because this one's already turning head. Especially with Real House of Atlanta, with Nene as well. Like they all start getting up on Nene, and then Nene has to lead the show. That's not a script. Like I don't feel like people might feel like, oh, the producer said Nene this season, oh yeah, come out this
But
season.
they
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
But they do.
I don't feel that.
But they
my
do.
time says like I understand what you're saying and I agree, but I'm just saying that those little instigators that we see here and there that alter the actual fact that this is a reality, you know, kind of always has me worried because if you're bringing in someone to
Then that's not reality because that
But
wouldn't
that's what
happen
I'm saying,
normally.
exactly. If you're
It's
bringing
crazy,
in someone-
orchestrated.
But here's my
exactly,
thing.
and
It's
then
not
the
real.
person is not even aware that this is
Because
that this is
at the end of
actually
the day,
an instigated thing, and it's just
if
reacting
you,
that way.
I don't know if you guys have watched this show called Unreal.
No.
So Unreal was a Lifetime show that basically blew the lid on all these reality shows. Literally, the producers have story arcs and script for the show ever starts, and they have ways in which they make things happen the way they want it to happen. Like, if you haven't watched Unreal, go on. Like, it's such a good show because they literally made a girl shit herself on camera. Like they made,
And she did not know that she was
and
going
she
to-
felt like so it was like the way stuff is, especially with Mona the vampire. The way like she started off nice, like when it was Jim Jones and Chrissy, that was very. But now everything's orchestrated because there's a formula that all these shows now have
Take
to follow.
on.
So it's kind of like, but that's the people are watching it.
I think it's fine
People
because
want to
the
see it.
end
Me,
result
I
is
don't watch it per
entertainment.
se,
But I'm just saying
but,
that
you know.
I think it's good for us to be aware.
It's a
that
curated
it's
situation, and it's not
actually-
real the way
exactly,
people
because I
think.
see people in the comments going on like,
Like, oh my God,
you are evil, you're this, you're that, you're that, and it's even with the case. I don't know the couple, even the therapy people.
Porsche, the blue therapy.
Is it? I don't know.
Paul and
like,
Chioma.
yeah, like I think I saw in her comments one time. I saw her do a comment. Is like about the fact that he was already doing interviews, and it's like if I should start talking my own now, and a lot of people were now like camping under her comment saying, say what you need to, like, you know. So all this very intense aggression, and then you're trying to tell me that the two key people in the root of this thing do not understand that they are being instigated.
Well, I think part of it is also right. I think when you're on a reality show, because speaking for myself, if I knew I was on a reality show, I'll be extra. I'm not going to act the way I act normally.
Which
Because
is
I know
fair.
that the cameras
Which
are
is
so.
fair.
I'm going to give you. So even like there's so many aspects that don't make it real or natural. Because if cameras are not here, there's a way I'm behaving. If cameras were here, I wouldn't necessarily
Behave a
behave
certain
the
way.
same way. I think that's what happened on a lot of these shows. If I'm in a restaurant and you bump me, I will just pass. But if the camera says, "Come on, can you move? Who do you think you are?"
You're
Bumping
performing
into
for
me?
the
Yeah.
camera.
Because at the end of the show needs who watched Sisters-in-Law cutting it in the ATL, selling it in the nobody watched it because it's drama that's selling. That's the sad thing. That's why Mona is in all the cities: Miami, New York, France, all of them. It's France is city.
Okay, I think that's fair. I mean, I
Well-
just wanted to talk about that.
France is the
I
country.
guess I'll turn to ask them questions. I already did. I asked about the reality show.
did.
Eniafe, what do you got?
A question.
What question did you ask about the show?
What was your question again, Daniel?
I just brought up something.
Well, this is how people
About
feel
the
exam
reality
and jam.
segment.
I don't know.
You're supposed to be the smart one.
Something. Okay.
Anyhow,
We're
talk
all
about
smart.
ask about food, anything.
I'm screaming out food.
Okay, I have a question. What is you guys' shall I say, favorite pop culture moment
Oh,
from,
Simple.
let's say, I was going to say from the past year, but should we just say of all time?
I know my answer.
Go on.
Solange in the elevator.
Oh,
I'm telling you, and I'll tell you
for
why.
this one,
Why?
no.
And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Why do I
I
keep
really
being dragged
sat
decisions
down.
like
No. I really sat
and
down.
analyzed
I
every
really sat
movement.
down to
I-
think about what that was.
Yes. Oh,
It is crazy, and I'll tell you why it's crazy. Because after that situation, the way they came out from the elevator was as if, oh, just a regular day. Nothing happened. So in my mind, I'm just like, how many times have we not seen things? Never with them.
With them, just
but
in
just like,
general.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not our business, child. You get, but like, how like it's just so crazy that you can actually like, wow, that you can just come out and do
Yeah.
Hey, hi. Even the same when this girl, the Oprah interview when Megan was, I think she said something about the day they asked about the child's like race or something like that. Or the day the day she told Harry or something like that she was like suicidal or something like that.
And then they had to
they
go
had
to
an
the
event,
event.
and they were like all smiles.
they had to
Things
be,
like that
yeah.
blow me. Or, like
Yeah.
it scatters my head because like you must not that you're a psycho, but like you must be crazy. Like you come out in
Packaging,
your
yeah.
mind.
That's why I want to be a therapist.
In your mind, it's like you're losing it. But also it's like, hi.
Yeah.
hey. That is crazy to me.
And I think to an extent, we all have those days where like we're dealing with
not
stuff.
at that extent,
No,
Eniafe.
I don't
No,
think
I'm not saying to
so.
the same extent, but I'm just saying where like you have to put up a kind of veil in like a public persona, but behind the scenes, like you can be going through something people
No.
don't know
See,
about.
I, don't
NFL
think, I get what Mikey's saying. Like the levels are quite different.
It's high.
in the sense that every single move that
You just
you
finish
make
bashing this guy. See,
can.
no.
No, the
Yeah, but
Beyonce,
that-
the
that
Beyonce
doesn't
one is
come-
very interesting because
What's about the Meghan
so
one?
what's interesting about
Meghan Markle, I
Beyonce
know.
is that for like the longest time, people like always criticized her, like, oh, she's so packaged, she's so always so pretty. We don't, who is
No
she really like? What's her life
personality,
really
no,
like?
she's like a
And so
robot.
I feel like a lot of people kind of suddenly felt for the first time like, oh, she suddenly looks so
There's a
human.
crack behind the girl.
like, do you get what I mean? Like for the first time, a lot of people really saw like a little hint of like drama.
But
or
why do we always
controversy.
have to like?
Why does it have to
let
get to that
be-
point?
Why do we always have to get to that point?
I
Because
personally don't see why people care that much.
But
about,
that's what I'm saying,
people
is,
being
like, I feel
imperfect.
like-
What's wrong with someone looking perfect or having a perfect image? Like,
I don't
what's the
care
big
whether
deal?
people think people feel perfect or imperfect. I just care about the way you air your opinions. You have no rights, ideally. And I'm even speaking that because we're working closely with a lot of people who are supposed to be, celebrity or people who are
The
celebrities.
shade. The shade.
Yeah, well.
Somebody just
Can you
tripped
edit
on their
that?
drink.
I'm not
Edit what?
all joined, dear.
Would you like to name some names?
It's okay.
I meant that like in the sense that people
I know, I
feel-
understand. Don't mind that.
Oh my god.
I know, and that's
These
the
people.
I understand, though.
Hey.
Please don't put my brother
It's
to
all fun and
joke.
games.
So I'm just saying, like a lot of times it's like because of fame, because of whatever, you cannot really because you don't know what. Okay, if I go out today in this outfit, I don't know what it's going to cost. You don't do it. Oh, if I say this, in public, I don't know what's going to. So like, and that's why sometimes they always prefer to just be mute. And so people now begin to interpret that as, oh, this person is rude, or this person is
Doesn't have personality.
Doesn't have a personality. Whereas the person is a packload of personality, but just wants
not for
to-
you.
Exactly, it's not for you. And what the person is putting out that is for you
It's
is
the music.
the music, and sometimes they give you a bit of their life, in even when they do the visuals, or even when they try to give you little access. I think those tiny accesses they give to their private life, I feel like people should be more appreciative of it.
Yes.
But do you know
Because
why
at the end
they're
of the day,
not?
We're not entitled.
Do you know
to
why
it.
they're not?
Why?
Because of this little computer in our hands. I remember when we were growing up, celebrities' lives were not on blast. Like richest and true Hollywood stories where you get all the tea and all the
Yes,
gist.
which is true.
Nobody
You
was
didn't
coming
have,
on
like,
Instagram
day-to-day
like, oh my
access.
god, my husband is beating me. That's not what we were here. I mean, not to mimic. I mean, let me change something else.
Wow.
Oh my god, I have a new tattoo.
Okay.
Put that one. So, and it's like you saw the tattoo like a newspaper or something. But
Right.
now everything is like, oh, you log on. Megan Thee Stallion is here with this person. At like, there's no wall anymore. Everybody's just like,
So
and that's why
we're
people
blaming
think that
social
people are
media
your
for
friend.
that,
No,
for
it's not
it.
blaming. It's an effect. It's something that
It's just progression.
was
It's
bound
It's a change.
to happen.
But can I also
I
just
open
say,
like you go to Vogue's comments sometimes, and there's a cover there, and just the first few comments, you're already seeing a lot of hate, like attacking this person for being on a cover.
I think that's just the internet. There are too many people in this planet, Sham. I've said it
can
before.
I say, I love how on this Solange
time for a
incident,
calling.
the way that then turned into like Lemonade, that became kind of like
the opening, yeah.
like a precursor. Like like being in the future now, looking back is really interesting. Knowing
How
like,
everything
all
was
that's happened,
lined
how
up.
everything has unfolded.
Yeah.
It's to me.
But
it's
that's also
genius.
you assuming that that's what led into
No,
the
no,
Lemonade
I'm not even.
era,
I'm not
because
even.
that's what we
no,
do
no,
a
no.
lot. We
I'm
do a lot
not
of
even
assumptions.
necessarily saying that led to Lemonade. I'm just saying, looking back with that context of like what was going on, and then everyone, because I'll
I
never,
mean,
I'll never
we can
forget that
deduce
day.
some.
That could
We
have
can
been a- that
deduce
could
some
have been an
information.
isolated event.
The day that elevator incident happened, I remember that was during my GCSEs time.
I love it.
I
love
remember
it. This one
everybody
stops
stopped
me reading your
studying.
book.
Everybody stopped studying. Nobody could study for like a day.
Come,
Everybody,
what's wrong? What is wrong with all of you?
we couldn't study.
I read the news and went back to what I was doing.
No. it
Oh
was
my
late.
God, the world is. No, I read the news and went back to what
People
I
were
had to
like,
do.
what? The world is
Like, excuse me, is it me
Pop
they're
culture
beating?
is so pervasive.
Pop culture.
Do
blew.
your
It's very
work.
No, nobody could study. Everybody was writing.
Nobody
think
could
pieces.
study.
People were tweeting on Facebook. People were writing.
I'm sorry.
Even people's
No.
parents were writing whole thing. You young people, this should be a like. It was a big deal. So just looking back,
It was
like,
a big deal. It was a
Remembering
big
the
deal.
confusion. Remember like the fanfare and
Then
everyone,
everybody had their own side of say, well, version of events of what
of
happened.
like what was the real stories. Even back then, people were saying, "Oh, I'm sure Jay-Z cheated. That's what it's about." Like I will never forget. So knowing now what we know, even though we probably still don't know the full picture,
Exactly.
Nah,
it's
we
still
never
just,
will.
it's interesting, kind of looking with like that futuristic lens, knowing like how in the dark we were.
It's all curated. I said this on an older episode. This whole thing is whole it's a curated experience. And even someone was calling out Jada on Red Table Talk that she and Will and that whole family practice. What do they call it? Is it a selective? Or they package their trauma and their counseling
Yeah,
thing in
in
a
like
way
a
that's
certain way.
very
For public
formulaic
consumption.
and yeah. Exactly. So like, because there's so many things. It's called strategic vulnerability. That's what they said. They choose what and what to share, and because there's some things I've not. I mean, did they talk about their open marriage? I don't recall.
I think with the August something.
With the August Alsina situation, that was the first time,
That was the
and
first
that was
time, yeah.
because a news story prompted it. I don't think she would have come and spoken about that.
Although they
per
also
se.
didn't even talk about having
You
an
know,
open marriage
as well. It was
They
a
said-
very
they-
wishy-washy.
They said, oh, we were broken
Like,
up at the
I just
time.
want you to
Yeah.
be happy. I want you. No, I was saying no. Entanglement is what the young lady said. So, but I think what I say, I think everything is curated. It's all to fit an image.
So what's
And
your favorite?
and
What's
a
your
line.
favorite?
My favorite pop culture moment, like in life in general, or,
Just like
or
just,
recently.
let's just say like past 20 years. Just a pop culture moment.
That's
that
my
was just
whole
so
life.
iconic.
Now I'm just 21.
And now that's what I'm saying.
I'm
So,
just turning
not
21.
stuff. Bye.
I'm a spring chicken.
Not stuff from before we were born.
So this is like in
Past 20, 30
2001. That's when I was born. Around that time. So what happened? in
Goodbye.
2001?
What did happen
What
in
happened
2001? I
The
think
World Trade Center was 2004.
I think Destiny's Child
What
won a
does that
Grammy
Pop
in
culture
2001.
moment, please.
Huh?
That's not a
What does pop culture mean?
That's
Popular
not pop culture. Pop culture. think
Popular.
Like
So the
celebs,
World
music.
culture was the
man.
World Trade Center was not popular.
No, that's not pop culture. That's like world
Let's have-
current
use
events.
your
or
mouth to
world
Yes,
culture.
yes.
world news or
I
whatever
think
you want to
what
call
news
it.
is not pop culture?
No.
Ha. People, I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, Beyonce said world stop. So it's
And it
pop
did.
culture.
Sorry for her.
2001. Wasn't that the year of the Madonna, Britney,
I'm
Christina
not fans
thing?
of any of those people. So I was not. I know they kissed her at some point, but it
Okay.
wasn't in
Actually,
my
that might have
periphery.
been the 90s. I'm not sure.
No.
No, no.
No, it was definitely
Sorry.
2000.
That was like 2000. Yeah,
Yeah.
early
What
2000.
pop culture? Like I feel like there's what has really like stood out for me.
It's fair. For having popcorn, I
I feel like I don't really have. There's so much that's
Also,
happened.
also for me,
Popping
Beyonce is dropping her
itself.
album, surprise album, 2022.
Yes.
I was going to
That
say
was-
that,
that was-
but,
that was
crazy.
big.
but honestly, you like
The audacity.
it was just like I didn't die. Nothing has
Yeah, I
made me
died,
like,
though.
oh my god.
I have a video
I can't
footage of
study and
myself.
I can't do my work. Like I was like, oh,
shaking.
nice album,
I was
girl.
shaking.
Let's
I was
watch the
shaking.
We're
videos.
talking 2013 drop. right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was-
self-titled.
That first one was, you know, all the one is like,
It's just
okay, yeah,
pales
but
in
nothing can
comparison.
beat that first one. That surprise.
Maybe because what was I doing?
Nah.
Yeah, I was dealing with trauma. Now I have a pop culture moment.
Pega.
How about you,
I actually
Daniel?
don't know.
We'll get back to you.
I keep trying to think.
It's actually hard to think of
It's
one
very
thing
pop culture moment
that really. Everything
that
is
was iconic. I
Beyonce
think
for
the
you,
Katy
but it was
Perry
not
era
for
was
me.
actually great.
I thought you might say that. Katy Perry and Lady Gaga.
I know.
Both of
I'm
them
not gonna
come
talk
out.
about.
No, but
Lady
what
Gaga, 'cause I feel
about
like
them?
I don't like Lady Gaga. Everyone knows she's pop.
Katy
now.
Perry is like underappreciated.
She's
in pop
underappreciated
culture.
in the sense that she helped create this whole playful.
Creates is a strong word.
she
I don't think
helped-
it's a
No.
strong word though. I
I
think
didn't
it's
say she created,
accurate.
I said
Okay,
she helped.
okay, okay.
So she helped create this whole new pop art kind
Bubble
of vibe.
gummy kind of
yeah,
situation.
Like, and what was it called? Another great pop culture moment was Miley's transitioning
Oh,
from
the bangers era.
Into
the
Wrecking Ball.
Bangers into Wrecking Ball. That was because I call Miley a chameleon when it comes to like rebranding.
She can do it all.
So she can do it all. She knows how to transition herself. But that transition was gigantic. She really went from what's that
Hannah
sweet
Montana?
song? No. I can almost see.
The Climb,
Oh,
Hannah
The
Montana.
And, and then she's like,
We
Wrecking
can't stop
Ball
her.
Disney boy, how the fuck she should
coming through, wrecking through. So it was such a huge.
Can we actually talk about Miley for a second? Because you guys.
What did she
No,
do?
you
better-
can't.
you
I'm
better
not
stand.
done. Do not
You
cut
better
me.
No, but
stand.
when you're done, like, I have some things to say.
He cut me.
Ew.
He cut me to the core.
Yeah,
Miley's
but I
an
think
icon.
pretty much So those are moments. Because for example, when Katy Perry released the whole
Teenage,
Dream,
that album,
That
it
era,
kind of
she
just
can never
did-
stop. I don't think she's ever going to stop it.
It kind of
it's
did
too good.
something. It
It's
did
too
something
good.
So
to
can
the
I just say,
airways.
guys, can we just appreciate?
Eniafe, we're sharing one mic now.
You are not sharing one mic.
Can we appreciate?
You are 5 meters apart. Please stop this
Can
behavior.
we appreciate
Ha.
the fact that Miley actually paved the way for like all the new girls in the industry?
Let's hold
So
on.
I found my pop culture moment, and it's today when Eniafe tried this nonsense to come back. Pay for who?
Can we talk about the
I would
fact?
like to
pay
be
for
excused
who?
from this narrative.
For whom?
Paved is a strong
My friend
word.
Simayom.
Are you ready
my
to hear me
friend,
out?
My friend.
Are you willing to hear
My
me out
friend-
on this?
She didn't even. She didn't
actually
even
paved
pay.
the
She
way.
paid way for the
Oh,
Disney
the
Channel
salon
kids.
That's what I'm
Finish.
talking about.
He said for the young
So
girls.
paved,
But all the new
so
girls
paved.
are from that
They
Disney.
are not, oh.
And listen, I'm talking.
Dua Lipa was not on
I'm
Disney
talking-
Channel.
Hold on, please,
Hold on,
hold
Dua
on.
is
That
even
was
a
some
different-
of them.
So we need to
I'm
see here. Hold
talking
on.
Selena, Ariana, Demi, Taylor Swift, all of them. Because the thing
Not
about
Taylor Swift.
Wait,
even
hold
Taylor,
on, hold on.
because the thing about all of
No.
them,
Hold
to
on,
me,
let me
what
speak.
Miley did was she took a lot of heat for this kind of transition into making mature music, and so people dragged her, attacked her, slut shamed her, all that different stuff.
Okay.
So that now,
All the other
in
guys
the
are not doing
present
it.
day, all the other girls can do it, and nobody even blinks.
I don't know about that. Nobody blinking, Sha. Because I
Billie
know when
Eilish,
Billy
Ariana-
opened her breast, people were talking.
No, but
Lord's
No,
album
it's
cover
not the
that has
same.
her bum on it. People spoke up. Like I think people are always going to have a reaction.
Exactly.
No, definitely,
Like,
but people
you have to
are
remember
always
how
going to
bad it
have
was
a
for Miley.
reaction
No.
And she gave it
into
us. I love that.
transitioning
Listen,
from a
you
child
cannot
star.
compare
Wait, hold on,
any
hold on,
critique
hold on.
of Ariana, of Billie, to what Miley went through in that 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
God, it
Trust
was-
me.
it was-
But
it
she
was-
did
Trust
a lot.
me, she paid. That's
She
why I say
did
she
a
paved the
lot.
way. She
Even I think I
liberated
remember them
those girls.
asking.
She didn't liberate
Britney-
anybody,
I
I beg.
remember them asking Britney what
If you
she
say
thought.
Britney, I would say a
Even
Britney.
Britney will
Yes.
tell you what I
Wait
just
now,
said.
But not a
I remember
Miley.
them asking Britney. You go let me talk or not?
Go on.
Hey, well.
I remember them asking Britney what she thought about the whole transitioning and the whole moment. She was like, "Oh, that she's happy that she's doing her stuff." So I don't think it's entirely like new to see.
There's
that.
always been
There's always been,
pushback.
There's always going to be a
Now it's
scapegoat.
less, but-
there's going to be a scapegoat.
I agree.
And I do agree that Miley took a lot of hit, especially with the whole even Robin Thicke era.
because she took quite a drastic. She was like,
But she went from
"Vroom."
zero
like
to
I'm just
100.
going to
But
turn
for me, that is
immediately.
that is the power that. That's what I talk about when people give you a limited access to what's
To what
actually
their personal life.
going on. So she's able to spin all these narratives, create all these personas around herself because she can do that.
I know, Loki, we didn't know much about Miley, but I think because
No.
because her dad was her dad on the show, we felt like we were part. We didn't know anything about her
To
life.
me,
At all.
We
Can
knew
I
Hannah
say,
Montana. We did not
to
know who
me,
Miley
like,
Cyrus
Montana
was.
was such a
I was
good
like, who
training
is
ground
this?
for that girl.
It
was
was,
like,
but to me, the reason
I
why
would love
Miley's
it.
own
See how much money
scapegoat
that thing gave
situation
her.
is significant because yes, we had Madonna and yes, we had Beyonce and we had
Even Madonna.
But the thing is, Miley came
they were not
from
teen stars.
Disney. Exactly. She
I mean,
came,
Disney did not
we
exist.
discovered Miley at 13 years old. And so to me, it was different.
I
for her.
feel like
I think it was more. I think
no,
it
but I
was.
feel
think
no,
why it
but
was
all
that
of
way
them,
was
even
because
Vanessa
even all
Hudgens
of
as
them,
well.
I
They
swear.
all went through the fire a bit at that time.
Not as much as Miley.
Yeah,
Sha.
well,
I'm just
I
saying.
think Vanessa Hudgens might have gotten it just as hot.
to,
too.
be,
saying.
to be fair,
Vanessa
I
Hudgens
guess
went through a
understand-
lot.
I saw what
too.
you're saying.
Vanessa Hudgens went
I'm
through a
just
lot.
saying Miley walked through a lot of these people could run. And she doesn't get enough appreciation.
Who
I
says
agree.
who?
No, she doesn't. Miley
I think she
doesn't
gets
get-
no appreciation.
No.
I think what she doesn't get appreciation for is her musical talent and ability because of her past antics. But in terms of people like think that she's
But
you know,
the idea of antics is supposed to be able to help, push the
push,
music.
yeah.
So I
But
think
that Dead
people-
Pets album was a mess.
Which one?
Miley and her Dead Pets. The album In
I don't
Between.
think-
Thank God you didn't even know about
I
it.
didn't even
In
know about
between,
that.
in between, not a
I'm guessing
fan.
that was after- is that
In
after
between,
Bangers?
like after the wrecking,
This is I'm
yes,
quiet.
between Bangers and that Dolly Parton-esque album that she did, Strong House. I don't even know what it's called.
I know the new album.
The one
The new
before,
one is the rock and
the
roll.
new one is the rock one.
Oh.
So
Before
there
that,
are 4 albums.
she had
Oh,
an album with Dolly
yes.
Parton.
Yes, I remember
with some
that.
country, with
Country
Malibu
music.
Yes.
Okay,
In between that, she released an EP called Miley and Her Dead Pets that had like glitter on her face. It was very weird
Yeah, I don't remember.
moment.
See, the thing is, I'm not
It's
even
a
that
weird-
big a
very
Miley
weird.
fan. You see, I don't even know the albums you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just
Can we
give
move on to
credit
Yeah.
where credit is due.
Yeah.
I think she deserves a lot more credit for pushing the envelope.
Yeah, just not
a
giving
lot.
her the
Because
bricklayer
I always
credit.
feel like whenever you come into the entertainment world through Disney, especially as a kid, it's always difficult
It
for you to
pigeonholes you.
rebrand. Exactly, it's always difficult for you to rebrand. So it's either you do a gradual transition or
But I
you
think
just
you also
do a
just have to
drastic
be
one. I think Selena Gomez
intelligent
I think Selena Gomez is an
about what
example
you're
of someone
doing.
who did a very gradual transitioning. That it's when she now started completely detaching herself little by little, then you now see her doing more experimental stuff.
Yeah.
But
Or
with
that one
Miley,
is
it was just
this young
start
lady.
the car.
Fuck this shit.
This country,
Let's go.
Zendaya as well, has slowly.
Exactly.
Raven.
Eased
Zendaya
out.
had just mentioned.
Raven-
It's so funny because Zendaya went from being a very
Raven wasn't even
tomboyish
Disney
kind of
self.
like person on Disney to being this fashion queen that just
That was
like,
her into like
J-
growing
yeah.
up
That was
in the
really
fashion
cool.
light, and she was like, "Oh, she's an adult." Yeah.
And now she can do like Malcolm and Marie type things.
And people were still.
Did you guys like that?
People
I
were
loved it.
people were not
It was,
certain that she was good enough for it.
Someone who I'm curious to see is Marcia Martin. I want to see how
still
she
very young.
transitions because Blackish was such a show where like
the way
she's
we
the
can't
baby
remember
of
the
the
boys,
show and
though.
everything. We don't remember any of the boys.
We don't remember
because
the
the icons
boys.
the icons on that show, Jennifer Lewis, Rainbow, and Marcia Martin. That's the people on the
The
show.
name-
No love for
Boys.
Yara. See, now this is what we're not going to do. Because,
What?
because to me, Yara is an icon, and I don't know why.
Let's
Icon is a-
recome
I
this
just-
icon
Please,
word. Let's stop playing
That's
with it.
false.
Please,
Eniafe.
oh, it's
This
not
icon
anybody
word,
just
let's
be
not-
wearing
Wait,
it
wait,
like
wait,
clothes.
wait, wait.
Yara Shahidi is not an icon.
To me, she's an icon.
In
because-
what?
But it goes beyond just her acting.
In what?
But, like, first of all, she
Activism?
hasn't even had that many
Hey,
words.
God.
Yes.
She's
have you
typecast. She's
actually
always in
watched
the
this
same
girl
shit.
speak? Have you actually listened to
Ah,
her?
no,
This
but
girl-
you
that
can
girl
be
is
a
fucking
marvelous
genius.
speaker. Oh. You can doesn't mean you're an icon. Doesn't fit. How
She's
many
an icon
icons
to
do we
me.
have? It's not
She's
like
an
that.
To
though.
you.
To me.
To you.
That's
To
like,
you.
I'm not saying y'all have to agree.
We
but
love
You say
it.
an icon. You're talking about from the perspective of her being an actress.
I think there are people who are just like
She's a kid
icons
sister.
in general.
I'll give her this.
Like, doesn't have to be in any
I'll
field.
give her this. She's a nice person.
I don't think she's reached iconic
Beautiful
status
smile.
yet. Beautiful
So,
speeches.
just to be clear, do you consider Marseille an icon?
In the making.
Because you also mentioned Marseille.
In the making.
So I consider Marseille
In the
closer
making.
to
Do you
an
know why?
icon
Do you know why? Check the
to
resume.
than yeah, because she's
Check the resume.
she's doing work.
That's the youngest
Okay,
Issa Rae
yeah.
right there.
She's doing the works. She's doing the
Speaking
works.
of Issa Rae, Insecure is ending, you guys.
It's
I
going.
haven't seen it
It's
yet.
it's
I
going.
feel
It's
so
over.
bad.
Same. So, let's get her.
But
Thank you
I think
so
that
much.
the
So why were you talking about Molly last season as if you knew what we were talking about?
My
Twitter.
dear.
Twitter. But the thing is that I wanted to wait for the show to finish
Lies.
so I can marathon watch it.
Fair.
I don't know
Start
how
now,
you could.
'cause
Last
new
last
season's
season was
was-
so.
I started
good.
season 1 and I just
Because
said,
season
you know
three,
what?
Same.
Let me
season
stop
3
and
was a
wait.
bit.
How are we twins?
I hate having to
Season
be
three-
traumatized on a show.
season three
I've
was
been
a bit
waiting for a year.
shaky.
Game of Thrones dealt with me, so
I've
I
never,
ain't doing that
till now, I've not
again.
finished episode 3 of Game of Thrones season 1.
I don't think we
Try
need to
again.
finish
Yeah?
it.
Yeah.
Uh,
That was-
Michael has a
I went-
unique.
It took me years to
has
I
a
am
very
going
unique
to
palette.
wait.
He's watched all of the Bravo shows from beginning to end, so he's just not for him. But I love
I don't blame this
Insecure
one. In his mind, I think it's because he watches
for the
this,
same
he's
reason.
smart. He
No,
just
but it's not about being.
Shut
Did I
up,
say
your
so? We have a
mouth.
different palette.
different palette.
If you
Oh.
wish to
Oh,
attach,
palette.
Live in
if you
palette
wish
cleanser.
to attach academic importance, that's your choice. But that's not what I said.
Okay, what's the next
My words were
question?
specific.
Something personal.
I think it's you guys.
Mad,
It's
Joe.
just guys.
Well,
sometimes.
whoa.
Personal. Why
Um,
something personal?
It's y'all boring.
It's not me that said it too. What? I don't have any person now. What do I have questions?
Oh, your brain cannot do it because you're not watching reality TV.
I'm not-
Sorry.
Oh yeah, reality. Ask the question.
Oh, yeah,
Mona
exactly.
Scott Young.
Exactly.
Ask it.
Exactly.
Ask the questions.
Exactly. All right, you ready?
My Bravo life.
I'm ready.
With both your different careers, right?
Career.
Careers.
That's not personal.
Hold on. Listen. So, and I don't hear it hasn't happened yet. Yeah, I don't see that happen yet. So what would you define like or your aha moment to be like, oh, this thing I'm doing now, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Okay, that's professional.
It's personal, shut up. What's your aha moment? Let's go.
Can we just define aha moment just for clarity?
So for me, my aha moment was shooting essence.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That was
That
like
was a good shoot.
That was
by
an
the
aha
way,
moment. That's like an
guys.
aha moment.
That was
like,
a very good shoot.
Yes, that was for me.
This is going to be hard because I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't want to hear that. You I don't want to hear that.
Look at this draconian
class
producer.
prefect.
This is Mother Scott. You cannot force content that's not there. It has to be authentic
Let me
and
see
real.
My aha moment.
This is not reality
That's like-
TV.
Even like,
something
you know,
like okay,
I
like
see you,
when
man.
you started this journey, you never thought like not that you never thought it was gonna happen, but like it just like it was
What's
crazy.
the peak of your
Surreal.
career so far?
I mean, I think I have it on 2 different levels as a photographer and then also as a as a stylist.
We know.
You know. So I think, to be fair, $49.99 as a stylist,
Ooh,
not because
okay.
it was like.
Shout out to
See what? Let me
Quantity.
tell you why. Because in 2012, I was in University of Lagos. 2014, I worked at the Lagos Fashion Design Week, and I met. You're asking about how I started. So I met Fumi Fagbemi, who I interned with. She styled. I didn't even know, but she styled Tiwa's Wanted. Music video.
That was iconic.
Yeah, she styled Tiwa's Wanted music video, and then I was always just assisting her, like when she had things, and at some point we stopped. So when I got a call
Full
to
circle.
come and
Full
style
circle.
Tiwa, I was like, what the fuck?
Full circle.
And because I just remember in that year, at that time, she was styling Ladipo, even Ladipo as well. She was styling Ladipo, and I was helping her out, and then T-Work was on that set. I don't know where it was Ladipo. There was another guy like that. Came on this and T-Work asked me to take a picture of her on the wall, like, it's about, oh, it's time to take a picture. And I remember taking that picture and then just go, without thinking about it, and just, yes,
Full circle.
Full circle, and you're just getting a call like, oh, you're starting this person. So
Mad
for me,
oh.
that was an interesting, I would say, like,
Aha moment,
okay,
yeah.
maybe there's something in this.
Yeah, that makes
That makes sense. But when it comes to photography and in the editorial world, God, which one?
Wadu.
I think
Oh.
it would be the shoot I did for Oshozi, the illegal project. Because that kind of like, I did that also while I was still in uni. So I think I did that at a point here when it wasn't really, really very conventional to shoot like quirky stuff, when you try to shoot things that are like out of the ordinary or out of the box,
yeah.
people just tag you as either you're overdoing it or you're too quirky or you're
Yeah.
just
What
pushing
is
an
what is what they
agenda.
do?
Exactly, like, oh, what did you know? So seeing that was my first time getting access to, I would say, international
Press.
recognition, so that more people from I got emails from different places
Yeah.
talking about how much they really liked that we're doing the project.
Yeah.
And I remember while I was trying to shoot the project, I was trying to be very restrained in how far I went and trying to dilute the
Yeah.
notions and stuff, which I hated doing because
You just what you had to.
but I just felt like I had to because I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. So it was, I think, getting all of that just inspired me to be more daring. So I think that would
Yeah.
be my
Thanks for sharing.
moment.
How about you?
What was the question again?
You're in your,
Person when they watch reality TV. I beg Eniafe continue.
I forgot the question.
First of all, Daniel, that was so inspiring.
Aww. Give me the sweet.
Why are you guys
There's no
fighting over
sweetness. I
sweet?
don't know over Tom Tom and Treble.
Okay, so my aha moment, like it's a tricky question. I'm not sure if there's like any one specific thing. Like for me, there are so many different like moments. You know what I mean? Little things here and there. I think one thing that I would probably mention is like the first time I was like flown out to work on a project.
Yes, bitch.
And it was
In Dubai.
it was literally in Dubai.
Hey.
I love how you knew.
Okay, I mean, we are thinking Dubai for different
And-
reasons, but let's
and-
go with it.
And like I just remember
Let's
thinking
hope we're
like,
thinking
wow,
of
like I'm really like
I've never
I
been
just-
to Dubai.
I
so
just
don't know what you're
remember
talking about.
literally the feeling of like sitting on the plane, and it was funny because it was quite. I don't want to say like last minute, but like the way it came about was like not so expected, and it was interesting because I was actually kind of in a funk at that point. I
Funk?
think I was in like my second year of uni. I was hating it. I was like, you know, just like bored, fed up with everything. I was just like, I just want to like do my work and finish with school and just like, and then when it happened, I just remember literally that feeling, like sitting on the plane being like, wow, like, you know, it was just so motivating. And I remember so I was in Dubai for a week, and I remember going back, and then for the rest of the semester, I was just like, do you know what I mean? Like, I was just so motivated. Like, once I get through this, like,
You
it's
can,
just, I can do whatever I want.
For what you like,
you know? And then another thing it's on my mind, maybe just because it's like fairly recent. So like I won't mention too many examples, but doing Arise Fashion Week last year was like a really interesting experience. I was on the logistics team, and I also did the model casting with some other casting directors, and it was just it was kind of a mind-blowing experience, and I think I did a really good job. But it wasn't even the doing of the thing to me that really stuck out. It was the aftermath. It was when Fashion Week was done and people were like going home or going back to whichever country they'd come from, I was getting messages and phone calls and voice notes from people saying, you know, thank you for this. And in some cases, it was things that maybe I hadn't even really thought of.
you were
like,
doing,
that, you know what I mean? Like sometimes just like these little things, but people were like so grateful, you know. And I remember one person, I'll just mention her name because she's like, you know, she's an icon, Ruth Osime. You know, she's such an influential person. And I remember she sent me a message being like, we've adopted you.
Aww.
Like, you're our son now. And I remember just being like, wow, like that is such like a powerful thing, like to hear from someone.
Yeah, I
like
get it,
her.
man.
You know what I mean? And so it was just like, just that, getting that kind of feedback and like seeing the way I was actually helping people and being like, and just people being like, you did such an amazing job. And that was like my first time. It was my first time doing something.
Were you scared? Were you scared?
I wasn't scared because like
How
the thing
you
is,
didn't sign any blood oath though?
don't kill
This
me.
one that you are our son is sounding very,
No.
You guys are
Because
so-
very children of the corn.
Auntie Ruth is she's very like playful. So she was saying like in like a playful, but you know what I mean. But the also
Yeah.
kind of like hit, you know, it also kind of struck a chord. So and like I wasn't scared because like I know that anything I do, I'm always like on job.
You're like,
Yeah.
But this one I was kind of thrust into. Like when I joined, I didn't know I was going to be on the logistics team specifically, and so when I found out, I was kind of like, oh okay, you know, let's see where it
I'm doing
goes.
this.
And, you know what I mean? I was just like, let's go for it, and yeah, like just one thing led to another, and so
Yay.
so that was like a proud moment for me.
I love that.
Getting
All
that
right,
feedback.
let's do the last one.
So yeah.
amazing.
So you guys, last question. Let's go.
It's not coming from me.
I'm screaming. How
But I
about
asked the
you?
last question, Daniel, about pop culture. So this one is actually your turn.
Oh, I've got to say my moment. I got it.
Oh, you joined us.
I beg, fuck off.
Oh,
Everything
oh.
doesn't work in 40 minutes like your
Oh.
shows.
Think of the question
Oh.
now, Daniel.
Anyway,
I'm
my
sorry.
moment is when Kanye snatched that Moon Man from Taylor Swift.
That was your
Now that
Taylor,
gave
I'ma
me
let you
pause.
finish,
No, that was my
brother.
pop culture moment. That's actually one of
wait,
the only
that's like
times I've been
three-
like,
I said since, my dear, since.
well,
So me that was people that used to watch CSI Miami. I mean that's one serious shows. See what they are.
when you wake up is your morning. Thank you very much. My morning is now. Good morning,
What
class.
is fool?
Next,
All right.
final questions.
Final round. So now,
This burger I'm seeing everywhere, Sha.
Why is
Yeah.
Emmanuel thinking
Because it's
about
Lagos
burgers?
Burger Week. I'm
Daniel,
hungry.
help
I'm
me come up
with
with
it.
a question.
I came up with like 3 good questions, if not 4.
all right,
five.
should I do one for everybody to answer?
Just do
Sure,
it. Yeah, sure. You guys should.
All
end
right,
it.
ready? So this is where we're gonna end the show. 2 questions. One ready? So
You have this
so
written down somewhere.
if you had $1 million, what would you do with it? Hold on, just wait. Hold on. I don't see any investment. I don't see any none of that nonsense.
What?
Keep all those
No,
keep all those
who's doing
stories. I don't
that?
hear see if I hear any savings, get out here.
I would actually give most of it to charity. And
Okay.
then keep
Hey!
I
Don't let
that.
them attack you from me. Please listeners might be hungry. You come and find me.
Lovely, love that.
Wait, to go around. Hold on. Emmanuel, including everybody, right? And then the second question, your destination, like dream country to like visit.
I thought we did. That was retirement.
Yeah, so
are
ready?
You, are you working for tourism?
Nigeria, did
Are
it.
you doing
His
market
friend is in the
research?
tourism
So with me,
industry.
with $1 million, first thing, get the fuck out of here. You know,
mean, I've said
get a
mine.
cute space, get a studio, get some
A
equipment.
studio?
Photography
Oh, I
studio,
thought it was
not
a studio apartment. I was like, with $1 million.
You know, you're supposed to
You're
like
still
keep
sharing
up with
toilet
these
and
things. Anyway, so that don't do different studio.
Oh, Mona Scott,
Anyway,
don't disturb me. Finish
As
what
I was
you're
saying, you know, so get some equipment
done.
and then like just
But it
start.
sounds like boring work stuff.
It's to bring money.
Yeah, but
Allow
like,
me.
But you know what you just mentioned, Mikey, is also investment. but
Because
in
it's
different form.
investment.
Give him more. He thinks he's
You
always
know,
so
you
witty.
want us to
He
get
thinks he's so
money.
witty and
You want
smart.
us to give
I don't know more
quirky
investing,
answers and-
but you are
I'm
still
not
investing.
I'm not even criticizing.
Ah.
I'm just
I
saying
understand,
it's
but
noteworthy
both
that
just
you're
man, just
investing in yourself.
somebody I don't mention
Ah,
this one.
beg.
I will invest
Ah, beg.
in what nobody knows.
He was
Which one?
trying. He was trying to beat his
but you
chest
didn't
when
say,
it's the
"I'm
same
gonna
answer
buy
he's
a
giving at the
private
end
jet
of
or
the
something
day.
you don't
Why
even
would I buy
buy
private jet? Who will not
You're
buy?
thinking-
I'll buy
yeah.
private jet of 1 million. Who will not buy the fuel for the jet? Well, like, come on, borrow money.
Exactly.
Just
Which
buy
is- But that's
anything.
why the answer has to be investment related or something
Oh
practical.
yeah, try. Okay,
So-
okay. So dream country,
I have a question
I want to
after
go
this,
back to Monaco.
Oh.
I enjoyed it.
So that you
That
can
sounds
do it.
vibey.
It was,
But
yeah,
you know,
it's
last
such a-
time it was a different experience.
Well,
I think
how
I
about you?
want to go to Morocco
Same.
with as a,
That's part of
just
the
to
trip.
go and just be and then. But if I had $1 million, I would be on a boat
In the yard, Dubai, shake your ass.
In the
I hate you so much because I know you're not lying, and I can see the pictures already. You first, because I know you.
I'm
bastard.
serious. If I had that kind of money, I genuinely would never give a fuck about anybody.
You stop
because
working?
I will stop working.
I know $1 million. No, you can't stop working. Now.
I will stop
With
working.
$1 million, you can stop working.
I will buy myself a lifestyle
Yes.
that will keep me
They'll bring money.
That's-
fed,
you can become an
paid,
influencer.
I don't
booked.
think you can stop working with $1 million.
24/7.
That's
You
not
really
stop
can.
working money, yo.
No.
But
1 million is
working
not
is
stop
what the
working
fuck I'm
money.
doing right now.
Exactly.
Fair.
You know, I will only take on projects when
That
I
you
want
want
to.
to.
Okay,
You see me
fair,
flying
fair,
out
fair.
models to
Selective.
an island. And
Not
be like,
models.
Oh, I'm shooting XYZ for my this shortly, and then after everyone just chills, and then they go back. And
Yeah,
that
okay,
would be,
fair.
and you only see maybe like twice a year.
Now, wow.
I love it.
I love it.
Elon
That will
Musk.
be me.
I agree with Morocco.
But definitely the yacht, the Dubai, the
Yes.
tongue.
The
what
shaking
that
of
girl
ass.
said, the shaking of ass. Even if I don't have it, it will happen.
I'm screaming. I love it.
So that would be how I would spend my silly way of spending.
Let's
my
comment
money.
on this picture.
How about you?
For me, I like the idea of Morocco. I also like Senegal at the moment. That's
What's
top of my
what's
list.
he define for Morocco?
Have you seen?
I'm just curious.
Have you
Is there
seen
anything there
Marrakesh?
specific? I was about to say.
Carpets and
I was about to say, are you going
fabrics.
to buy carpets? I
Fabrics
swear I was going to
and
say.
fabrics,
Fabrics.
and
Let's
like
talk about the fabric.
ornamental stuff.
Yes.
And also take great pictures because their landscape
content.
is sickening.
Content.
Okay.
The content.
Beautiful place. And so I can also wear boo-boos and, you know,
What's a boo-boo?
abbadas
Jalabia.
Yes.
and jalamias. And, you know,
Jalabias, all those things.
be that.
All
for
right,
a while.
Eniafe.
Yeah, so
Country.
Senegal is top of my list at the moment,
Which is a
Okay.
beautiful place.
which Daniel has been to, but I have not yet.
You should go.
I might go this year. We'll see.
Per.
But I think just in general, Africa. I want to see more of Africa. I think I've
true,
probably
that's
seen more of Africa than most people, which is sad because I also feel like I haven't seen that many. I've been to like six countries in Africa,
You know the flights are
And-
expensive, right?
which is the problem. Which is
Yeah,
which
but
is
like,
why I'm
it's
working
more
now to
expensive.
make
No,
money.
it's more. I saw on
Yep.
Twitter where it's more expensive to go to more countries in Nigeria than to
Yep.
travel abroad.
Yep.
It's cheaper
It's
to go to
ridiculous.
Senegal from London than
Than
from
it
here.
is.
It's 5 times cheaper.
It's
Five
so
times
expensive.
cheaper.
Yeah.
How?
I checked the ticket price.
The
It's
same
five-
airline?
Yes.
probably. I don't know. I don't know if it's. The
Oh,
same airline.
whichever was the cheapest that I found. It was
But
actually
it's
5 times
quite-
cheaper.
I don't know if it's 5
more
times
expensive.
cheaper, but I
And
know
they are
it's
beside
more
us here like this.
Yes.
I'm serious.
And it's
But
sad
that
because
jump inside God is good motors.
it's
though,
sad that
and be on
Africans
your
can't
way.
even see Africa. Like we don't have the same access that they give like other people.
Yeah.
Anyways, I would like to see.
We're good for West
I
Africa,
would
so
like to
we'll
see
manage
Kenya.
that one.
My favorite destination I've ever been was Tanzania, which
Okay.
you guys probably know because
The
like,
magazine-
it's still my profile picture.
Magazine.
The whole thing
Yes,
about we know.
and it was a work vacation, which I love because you're making money, but
And you're
also
enjoying.
yeah, exactly, also having a good time. So yeah,
Madu.
Kenya. I'd love to go to Kenya. You know those types of places. Kenya, Senegal.
Marvelous.
Oh yeah.
Emmanuel.
If I have $1 million, like today, like right now, it's
Don't
just
say
alert.
burger.
I just say see you people.
So I will just,
Sayonara,
I won't
suckers.
say anything. I'll just quietly pack my laptop, my bags.
Grab your
I'll go
passports, I
downstairs
don't
and
want
I'm
to
going
close.
straight to the airport. Not the local, the private jet airport. Now say, Auntie, pull up which jet is available. That one, let's go. I won't even buy clothes. All that can be bought when we arrive, and I'm gone. I'm going
let me
straight
tell you
to the
something.
United States.
This is why people who win the
I'm out of
lottery,
here.
their lives always fall apart.
Because you come out and announce.
Yeah,
But I'm not
true.
announcing. I'm
They
just going
they
to.
blow the
Just
money
leave
on
it.
rubbish.
If I win the lottery, you will know. I'll come and ask you for money for Chikuis. You'll be surprised, and you don't know I just won the lottery. But I'll be silent. But the first thing is to leave the country because, yeah, there's a lot going on here that I don't approve of. And then I'm going to I want an island. I want to live on an island
For what?
because you see, you think that people can just come up and walk to your door and knock anyhow. How will you reach me on an island? You have to charter a boat.
Small money, you think you're God.
So
You think you're actually the creator.
I would like a
you don't
small
want to see human
island.
beings again.
It's I want
Like
my own
off
corner
the
of
coast
Atlantic.
of Miami, close to Key West, like that
Right.
area, the tiny island shack with like a wooden thatch bungalow and fans, but it'll be very high ceiling shack because I'm tall. And then wooden furniture, and that's it.
Okay, I have one last question.
Eating mango.
Go on, ask, my dear.
What star signs do you feel like you're compatible with?
I'm
Well,
compatible.
certainly not Capricorns. I'll tell you that for a fact.
So who?
I know, just any other one but Capricorn.
I'm a Capricorn, Mikey. What are you trying to say?
No.
What's the tea?
Let me explain. Let me explain. So
there's a clash.
So
Ah.
my
What
last.
are you trying to say?
No, we're friends.
Catch me outside, Mikey.
No, so
Who is
my
that?
last
The
three
twins?
three of my
twins,
exes
yeah.
had the same birthday,
And
January 14th.
Scorpios, funny
January
enough,
14th.
but Scorpios
telling
as
you,
well.
three of my
mad.
exes. January
I'm a
14th.
Scorpio rising, but is it rising? Which one?
Rising as
But
well.
I'm a
All
Virgo.
these spirits.
Hey,
Please.
It's too much. It's too much. People don't listen
The
to this shit for
sign,
that.
the sign I identify with is the sign of the cross, because all of this Scorpio rising,
You might get the
falling.
fuck out.
This sounds like Sabrina. When I was watching Sabrina, this is what they were saying. So I am not going to be. So if you come with the sign of the cross, you are approved.
I'm done.
That's all I have to say.
Goodbye, guys.
So
All right,
which of the
guys.
star signs looks like a sign of the cross?
But I'm a Pisces, so I don't know what matches with that. But
My
that
dear,
Jesus,
Maybe
I match with
she says
Jesus.
Gemini. She says Gemini.
I
Well,
match with Jesus. Thank you.
Download Star Signs by Odusi if you want to know.
Exactly.
So,
Please, excuse me. Blur that thing. Blur. If I hear Pim,
so thank you guys.
they not
for-
send us
for-
any meat or
Shout out
anything.
to our returning guests for
I worked on
coming.
it now.
Oh, you worked on it?
Daniel
Okay,
Obasi
fine.
and Eniafe, thank you for coming. You're always
This
welcome.
was so fun.
Yes, it was
We
great.
remain your lovely hosts, Michael and this one.
Yeah, I'm overseas. That's why the network was.
So,
cut.